Very good afternoon from the sports desk. Devon Petersen has become the first African to win a PDC World Darts Championship title. He stunned Welshman Jonny Clayton 8-3 to win the 2020 German Darts Championship in Hildesheim. We are now joined by the man himself, Devon Petersen, via Skype, all the way from the UK. A very good afternoon to you, Devon, and congratulations for this. It was a ruthless performance in the final because at one point you stormed into a 4-1 lead. What inspired that performance?
Yeah, it was. I think just getting to the final again. I mean, I played in this autumn series in the PDC Autumn Series that was hosted also in Germany. I think it was a week and a bit ago, and I lost in the final and I missed 4 match starts. But obviously, being my first final, and then this time around, I knew exactly what to expect and how to feel and how to handle and compose myself when getting to impose my scoring ability in that final. And then I found myself crossing the winning line and with a commanding lead as well.
Devon, I know you mentioned in the previous tournament where you were disappointed in the final, and I know that this particular performance in this final was the pinnacle of your performance because that's where you sealed this title. But to get there, you had to beat Gerwyn Price, who is one of the top 3 players in the world. What was that like?
Yeah, myself and Devon Price. I mean, we've had probably in this year we've had really good encounters. I mean, especially back end of he's the player that I lost to and I missed 4 match starts against, and so fitting as well because after that win against me, Devon Price went on a 17 match winning streak where he lifted 3 titles in fact. And then to come play against me in the Hildesheim tournament in the German Masters or German Championships. He came up against an informed Devon Petersen. We had to come 5-1 behind, and he only had 1 match start which he failed to kind of capitalize on, and I punished him.
I mentioned that he's one of the top 3 players in the world behind the likes of Michael van Gerwen, but where in terms of performance and the quality of darts was he, and what did it take for him to not come out on top where you're concerned?
I think my scoring capabilities and just the way in which my game has improved so tremendously over this lockdown period. I definitely like the ranking for me, where my current ranking is for me, I feel as though it's a false ranking. I think I'm probably top 10, top 5 at best. If I'm playing my top A game, I mean, I'm definitely top 5 in the world. And long may it obviously continue. And hopefully just one of those things where you see Gerwyn Price, obviously he's come through the ranks as well and consistently performed. And that's why he's so high up in the rankings. And my journey has only just begun, and he's kind of midway through here. So I'm there to kind of fight for my place. And kind of fight against those elite athletes in our sport.
Devon, what is it going to take for the African Warrior to get into the top 5 in terms of the rankings themselves? When are we going to see your name in that top 5 fighting the likes of Michael van Gerwen?
It's definitely, I mean, the way in which the rankings is set, I mean, it's over a 2-year period where you kind of taking the points or the cash you obviously collate over the 2-year period. So I'm hoping within the next 2-3 years, I mean, I need to register myself and win a major. Hopefully this year it could be the World Championships, which would be my dream come true. And the amount that you win there, I mean, that's 500,000. So that puts you kind of close to the top, and if you just kind of couple that performance with a few other performances in majors and through the year, you could quickly see me rise up the ranks. But my ultimate goal is not to kind of rush towards being world number 1 at this point. I just want to continue progress and get to the World Championships, which is the one that I really want.
You've just won a competition that had the involvement of one of the best players in the world. You yourself have mentioned that you're one of the best players in the world. So look, sport for South Africa has been crazy in 2020. We've had Brad Binder winning on the MotoGP circuit. We've had you now winning one elite competition in darts. Speak to us about a sport that is not really popular in South Africa. How did you get to where you are? And when someone who's watching this interview with us now, how do they get involved and get excited just as you are?
The sport, as it is played really across South Africa and Africa as well. We have about 6,000 members in the Darts South Africa, the amateur leagues. That's where I started. I started in Mitchell's Plain. Yeah, just a boy from Mitchell's playing his trade, just working on his game, practicing 3 hours a day. My aspirations was always to make this a profession because I saw exactly what the players had, and I felt as though I could acquire the skill by hours of practice. And yeah, lo and behold, I find myself, and I mean, my win hopefully inspires loads of South Africans and African players to do the same, because I mean, my background is not dart related. I mean, not dart related. My parents, my father played and his father played as well, so it's generational. But obviously, you're not born with this talent. I mean, you have to work on the talent. So it's just hard work and dedication gets you to the top.
Just before I let you go, Devon, kids that want to get into sport will always ask the question, is there money in this thing? So, is there money in darts?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, after this weekend, I got a cash prize of £25,000 just for this weekend, and the last weekend. I mean, the few last weekends, I picked up some really good cash. So if you're looking at the World Championships, I mean, the world champion will pick up a check of £500,000. And then you look at the runner-up gets 250,000. So yeah, I mean, if you're asking me, I mean, for throwing three metal rods to a bristle board and becoming a millionaire, I mean, I don't think it gets any easier than that.
Devon Petersen, thank you very much for your time. Once again, congratulations for your triumph. South Africa is most definitely proud of you. He is a man who's just won the PDC Championship out in Germany.